I know how many of you love my Quince reviews, and I thought today we could go a little bit more granular and focus on Quince bags. At this point, I've tried hundreds of items from Quince, so I feel like I'm a real authority on the brand, and I wanted to share with you the things that I think are really worth the money. So this is going to be a run through of my top picks out of the bags that I have tried, and I will also share some of the ones that I think are worth a second look on the website that I haven't personally ordered. I will have links to everything that I share down in the description box below in case you'd like to go and check anything out. And over on my blog, I will have a companion piece where you can read a little bit more about each style. Just so you're aware, Quince only ship within the United States. So if you live anywhere else, you'll need to use mail forwarding if you want to access the brand. I will leave details of the mail forwarding service that I personally use down in the description box in case you would like to explore that as an option. I want to start off with what is quite possibly my favorite ever purchase from Quince to date. It is the leather Patchwork Crossbody bag. Now, I can't even tell you how quickly I added this to cart when I spied it in the new arrivals. I've been coveting the Loewe puzzle bag, which this is definitely very heavily inspired by, for I think about 6 years. And after doing some research, I kind of realized that I didn't love the wear and tear aspect. I have done a full review of this bag, side note, which I will link in the description box too. But I go into a little bit more depth as to why I decided to opt for the more affordable version. And I have to say, I've been absolutely delighted with this. Quince has a few different leathers for their handbags, and it's this pebbled grained leather which has real visual impact in terms of the texture that I love the most, and you're going to see this present in a lot of the bags that I share with you today. It's really thick, it has a bit of a glossiness to it, and it feels so supple on the hand. To me, it's reminiscent of some of the more expensive bags that I have in my collection, like my favorites from Sabin, from Kafune. So I feel like you're getting really good value for money when you buy any of their bags in this particular leather. Obviously, there's some very striking similarities to the Loewe puzzle, but there's also some differences too. One of which is how the bag is cut and put together. So you can see the sides are actually flat, which means that you've got a little bit more structure, so it's less likely to cave in on itself. It also has feet at the bottom. I love a bag with feet, and this is actually a common theme with a lot of bags from Quince. They have that little attention to detail that I love. The other detail I like is that it doesn't have a zip up closure, which I understand makes the original puzzle quite difficult to get into at times. This just has a magnet closure, which is quite firm. So I feel as though everything I put in here is very secure, cotton twill lined. I mean, I really don't have much more to say about this. For $159.90 US, I think it is excellent value. And it does come in cognac as well. And previously it came in a Merlot color, which I'm not sure if they'll bring that back over autumn winter in the US, but definitely one of my top bag purchases of the last decade for sure. This next bag is an honorable mention, just as we're talking about Loewe dupes. This is eerily similar to the flamenco bag from Loewe, but obviously a much more affordable price point. This is Quince's drawstring pouch bag. This has a different leather to the Patchwork Crossbody. It's a smooth leather, but still very, very nice. And I like that it has the crossbody strap as well, so that you can easily go hands-free if you like, but then you've also got the option to wear it just as a pouch if you want to wear it for more of a formal occasion. It has a really secure magnet closure, which I love, in addition to some reinforcement in the base so that the bag holds its shape. I do just want to mention that while you can cinch the bag with the drawstring, it will relax as you wear it. This is something that I've noticed every single time that I've cinched it. It kind of goes back to its current state within a matter of minutes. This one comes in at $119.90, which I think is a fair price, and it's currently only available in the black and the cognac. This beautiful creamy buttermilk seems to have disappeared off the website, but I hope they bring it back as I think it's a really nice neutral. If you love Polène, you'll be very familiar with this next silhouette, which is definitely a dupe for their Numero Nerf bag. I believe that's the number. I'll put a photo on screen. This is the Trapeze Crossbody. Again, one that I quickly jumped on when I spied it on the website. It's available in 3 colors. I went with the classic black. I really like the fact that this has a lot of structure to the handle, and I think that gives it a slightly different look and feel to the Polène version. The leather on this is so luxurious. I think you can see it is so glossy and shiny. It feels a lot thicker than the leather on the Patchwork Crossbody. definitely feels like you're getting incredible value for money here. It has a magnet closure, and as you can see, the entry point to the bag is just under the top handle. So you are reasonably limited with the size of the objects that you can place inside. To me, I think this is a good everyday size for someone who just needs to carry the essentials. You can also take the crossbody strap off if you prefer to just wear it as a top handle. Also, the drop for the handle is generous enough that you can wear it in the crook of your arm if you prefer. I think that this is such a beautiful bag, and the fact that it comes in at just under $100 absolutely has me floored. I just don't think you can beat that in terms of quality and value for money. Next bag I want to mention is the Drawstring Pouch Crossbody, which was one of the very first bags that I bought from Quince. I saw it as a really nice alternative to the Bottega Dumpling Pouch bag, which was designed by Daniel Lee, and I feel like this really delivers. I do want to highlight that there are so many brands doing this sort of silhouette, so I do recommend doing your research to see if this is the best value for money. This is 100% leather, both leather lined on the interior and to the exterior, and then the strap is leather as well. I will say my only bugbear with this design is that the strap is incredibly long, so if you do want to shorten it, which you have the option to, you have to tie these little knots, which means that you have the strings kind of splayed off to the side, as you can see here. The bag just has a magnetic clasp which runs along the top opening, so really nice and secure. You really kind of have to exert a little bit of pressure in order to open it, which I like. There's no interior pockets though, and when it is empty like it is right now, you can see it's quite sort of soft and floppy. This is a really beautiful smooth leather. I will say if you are considering this, I would opt for the smooth leather over the woven leather version, as I have bought that one too, and I just feel like it's not going to wear anywhere near as well as this one would. I think this has got a lot more longevity to it. There are 5 colors in the smooth leather, which I think is doubled in the woven, and this one retails for $129.90. I think in terms of value for money, there are other styles that I'll mention that'll give you more bang for your buck, but this is just such a beautiful evening bag and also looks chic for every day too. Definitely one I'm very happy to have in my collection. If you love 90s minimalism, then you're going to adore the next bag. It is the mini Cressant shoulder bag, and this fits so nicely over the shoulder and kind of tucks in under the crook of your arm. I really like wearing this because it's quite discreet, but then because you have the contrasting buckle details on the side, which allow you to adjust the strap, kind of has this little visual pop against the arm. Really, really nice. The zipper on it is super smooth. I haven't had any issues. Again, cotton twill lined. It is in that beautiful, lush, pebbled leather that I really, really like from Quince. So this is definitely another gem from Quince, and I love the price point. It's just under $100 and it comes in just a couple of colors, but really beautiful. I believe if you get the black, it has the gold hardware, whereas if you're someone who tends to wear cooler tones, then you might like this really lovely minky gray color. If we're thinking about value for money, I don't think you can beat the hand woven convertible crossbody. So this is essentially 3 bags in one. You can wear it as a crossbody bag, as a shoulder bag, or you can remove the strap and wear it as an envelope style clutch. I think the size of it is really good. It's very quite generous. The only kind of downside to a flat bag like this is as you do fill it, it's going to kind of puff out a little bit and it will never look as nice as when it's flat. It also lays quite flat against the body rather than tucking in against the body. So these are definitely more aesthetic details, but ones that you probably want to consider if you're adding anything into your wardrobe and you want it to look a very specific way. The price is excellent. It's $89.90, which I think is really great value. And I love how wide the strips of leather are that make up this hand woven design. Really lovely, and yeah, really beautiful quality leather too. Also honorable mention to this little mini hand woven bag. This is little bit challenging to get in, I suppose, because of how kind of narrow the space is from the top of the handle to the opening of the bag, but not really an issue that's going to affect everyday wear. It looks super cute, especially with that little knotted detail. And I mean, I don't really think you can beat this in terms of the price for the look. I really love Quince's nylon bags. I think they're fabulous and hyper functional too. Now, this exact design is no longer on the website, but I can see that they've updated it with a new version. So it's their camera crossbody bag. The new version is slightly wider. It has feet and it also has a top handle. So you kind of have a little bit more versatility with it. This one here, you can remove the straps so that you can use it just like a little pouch. Really handy if you're going away and you want something that's going to be a multi-purpose piece, a little bit more casual and carefree. I think a good size too if you're looking for something that is maybe a little bit more polished than a standard belt bag. This is a nice option and really durable too. The price on the updated version is $69.90 and it's currently just available in this kind of khaki green ash grey colour. For the girls looking for an excellent office tote, the triple compartment shopper I think is divine. This comes in quite a lot of colours. I think it's either 6 or 8 colours and the price point is really good, $149.95, which I think is incredible value for money. This is big enough to fit a laptop in it. It has a really nice secure zipper down the center so that you can tuck it away neatly. There are little slip pockets on either side, though I will say that the rest of the bag is open. So if security is something that you're really concerned about, you may like to consider another type of tote bag which has a zip along the top. And I will leave a link to one from Kuyana, which I can definitely vouch for. I've bought bags from there before and they are tremendously good quality. I really like that this bag in particular does have structure and the shape to the side, how it's quite kind of sharp and pointed. Definitely adds a bit of formality to the bag, and it has feet as well, which is really nice, and a very generous strap drop, so it fits really well over the top of a chunky coat. So one that you don't have to worry about only being able to wear on the crook of your arm during the winter time. I absolutely adore my bucket tote from Madewell. I wear it all the time, so I jumped when I saw this next bag. It is a crossbody bucket bag in leather. It also comes in a suede version, a really beautiful size. It's great for all of the essentials, and I feel like it is kind of minimal but looks very chic at the same time, and the details on it are all just very nice with the cotton twill lining. I will say the suede is going to be a little bit more high maintenance, but a really chic option if you're looking for a bag that is a little bit more casual but still looks quite smart. Oh, and I forgot to mention the price is only $99.90, which I feel like is a steal for what it is. If you want something a little bit different, I really like the hand woven crochet shoulder bag. I think this is really cool and it adds in some nice texture. It feels a little bit more relaxed for the summertime, maybe not as traditional as something like a straw basket bag might feel. To me, it almost has that edge of the COS bubble bag. Do you know the one? I'll put some photos on screen, but a really great length. It maybe might feel a little bit long on someone who's quite petite, but you can wear this bag crossbody and it's a really generous size as well. You can easily fit a water bottle in there, maybe a small towel if you're going to the beach. It also has a little zip at the back so you can pop your phone or your cards, anything like that that you want easy access to. The only thing I will say is any bag like this that has black lining, as this does kind of feel a bit like a black hole, but I'm usually willing to let that slide. I put colorful pouches in to help me find my belongings. This one comes in at $49.90 and it's also available in a really pretty muted blue. The last bag I own that I want to mention, I was able to find on the website, but I couldn't access the product page. So let's cross fingers because it's a really beautiful and highly underrated bag. It is the triple compartment bucket bag. I think this is a great option for work to weekend, especially if you work somewhere where it's not quite so corporate and you don't need to carry a laptop with you. It has a zip-up compartment in the center which will fit an iPad, and then you have the pockets either side which have a magnet closure. So very nice and secure. You can also adjust the drawstring so you have a little bit more flexibility there. It has a really nice deep pocket at the back for popping your iPhone in for easy access, and it comes with a removable strap. So you can wear it crossbody or on the shoulder using the longer strap if you want to go hands-free, though these top handle straps are long enough, deep enough in order to fit over a jacket. So that's definitely my preferred way to wear it. And it has feet on the bottom, which I really like. This is in that same lush, really beautiful leather as the Pollen style bag that I mentioned earlier. It feels so high quality, very premium. And this one here comes in at $149.90, which I think is warranted given given the design and also the quality of the materials used. And we'll run through a few bags that I personally really love on the website. So starting with the suede shopper tote. If you've had kind of a suede bag on your wish list, I think that this is absolutely beautiful. I love the rich cognac color, very decent size. You'd be able to get a laptop in here, and it also has the outer pockets. This is going to require a little bit more maintenance and upkeep because of the suede fabrication, so do keep that in mind. But I think for $149.90, it is a steal. Again, if you like suede, there's a slouchy hobo bag as well. To me, I really adore the asymmetric design. I will say if you're looking at more kind of independent designers that do styles that sort of feel or fit this vibe, I would recommend Esther Acme. I think that's how you pronounce the brand. It's a little bit more of a higher price point, but you're going to get a very uniquely designed bag. It's similar lines, but I feel like it's a bit more exaggerated. I will pop a photo on screen and make sure I link both below. The Quince one does also come in smooth leather if you prefer, but I just think that the suede adds such beautiful texture. I wanted to share another tote option, and I really was drawn to this particular style. It looks like it's that beautiful, really, really thick grained leather. You can really tell from the texture that's present in the images, even the far away images. The white contrast stitching is so striking, and I like that it's got that middle compartment that is zippable as well, so you can keep your belongings safe and secure. This one is actually the most expensive out of all of the bags that I'm sharing today at $159.90, but I think to me it just looks a little bit more unique and not really like it's referencing anything. I could be wrong, but the design just really caught my eye. I can't even tell you how many times I've added this bag to cart, this lovely little shoulder bag, which is very reminiscent of Prada. It has that lovely sheen to the leather. This to me looks like it's a patent finish, so it's going to be treated. So do expect that it's going to be more of a stiffer design, so not as malleable as some of the other bags that I've shared with you in this video, but I think that's kind of needed, especially for a design like this, so it holds its shape and structure, which is what makes it so special. The only real key difference here is that it doesn't have the little Prada emblem on it, and also the price is very, very good. It also comes in kind of a minky grey color too. For the girls who love the row, you're going to adore this bag. It does have that lovely little asymmetric design. I will say that I don't think the leather quality is going to stand up to the rose version, but I think if you want to get that look for a lot less with leather, this is a really good alternative, and it does come in a couple of colors. This one's on pre-order, and again, the price is really nice. I mean, it's $119.90, so I don't think that you're really going to beat that elsewhere. I have another Prada dupe for you, and I really love the colors that Quince has popped up on the website for this particular design, this little nylon handbag. It's under $70, which to me feels like a steal because the Prada ones are over $1,000, I'm pretty sure, which to me feels like highway robbery for a nylon bag. I like the fact that both styles, the peach and the khaki green or sage green, come with silver hardware. It feels like it just really kind of shines and has this lovely brightness to it. And you can also remove the chain strap. So I really like these. I think they also kind of read as quite versatile. And the other thing is that if you love the design without the logo, it says that what you're drawn to is the bag and not the brand. So that's always something I recommend thinking about when you are considering these more affordable alternatives to designer bags. Do you want the name or do you just like the design? I think the pebbled leather sling bag is probably the best value for money bag that you'll find on the Quince website. It's only $69.90, which I think is a phenomenal price. And I love that it straddles this fine line between shoulder bag and belt bag in terms of the shape and structure to it. So that was the last one that I really wanted to mention of kind of bags that I think are definitely worth taking another look at. I hope that you found this video insightful and helpful just to kind of see these bags in motion, get a bit of a closer look at them as someone who might be exploring making a bag purchase from Quince. If you do have any other questions about the bags that I shared today, please feel free to drop those in the comments. And if you've bought a bag from Quince that you absolutely adore, which I have not mentioned today, please make sure you leave that in the comments too so that we can go and check it out. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with me. I'm always so grateful. And if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this from me. I share a lot of brand reviews, styling advice, and how to make the most out of your wardrobe. Anyway, I will see you next week with a brand new video. See you very soon. Bye.